With Young Thug released from jail, the official reason the feds gave him the plea deal was finally revealed, and it's pretty concerning. It's all a plan to trap Atlanta rappers by DA Fani Willis. As just 8 months ago, DJ Academics would reveal on stream, while showing the evidence file of Fort PF on the RICO documents that YSL was on.
I've heard two of them. Like, I've heard the two of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever, but these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
But now in present day, with the YSL case being over and Young Thug being released from jail, the case is far from actually over, as Academics was able to reveal everything, as Lil Baby has been arrested 4 times within the last 3 months. It's almost like a warning for a massive RICO charge coming his way, as it'll also tie Young Thug right into it as well.
I'm gonna tell you some things that you're gonna have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fani Willis started targeting YSL, Fani Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay. We got it. So the feds told them, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Vaughn died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. Doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county state watch.
But how did this all start? It would start with it being announced. Academics speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations he has are a setup for the court to try to put Young Thug back into jail, explaining that it's all a setup for Thug to eventually fail, as being on probation for 15 years is a task that is a lot harder than you might think.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his is doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, me is like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about the game. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
As we would then see Academics end up revealing how Young Thug is going to get set up by the feds and placed back into prison for 20 years. But it's also a trap for his best friend, Lil Baby, at the exact same time.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months, you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There's going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
As if you're wondering why Young Thug has been so silent ever since being released from jail 1 month ago, it's due to his lawyers already knowing the feds are looking into Young Thug once again. As it started when Young Thug tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats," with the name Wham referring to rapper Lil Baby, as Lil Baby and Young Thug have been firm on dissing Gunna for snitching out of the YSL trial early, as Lil Baby would respond on Instagram saying, "We should." It is agreed in Young Thug's probation agreement that he's not allowed to be getting into online or real life beefs, and he has to stay out of any sort of trouble and any sort of law breaking. It didn't help that the following day after, Young Thug followed it up with another tweet, but also an Instagram video. He would first tweet, "Gunna, stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." This ended up getting the attention of Gunna and his brother, where Gunna's brother would say, "Trust and believe, the feeling is mutual." But later on that night, Thug took it further, linking up with T.I., posting an Instagram story where he clearly says that he's home and he did it the right way, sneak dissing Gunna.
Hey man, what you got to tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no motherfucker ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my right.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
As Young Thug is letting Gunna know that he did it the right way out, T.I. even took his side as well. But there's a serious issue with the sneak dissing beef that he's creating with Gunna. As pointed out by DJ Academics, the feds predicted all of this happening. This is why they gave him the plea deal out of prison. But everything would go crazy after a report of Black 100 says that he has 2 hours of footage of Gunna telling on Young Thug in an interrogation room, making many believe that Gunna is gonna be getting revenge for all the sneak dissing Thug and Baby's been doing for the last few months.
Hey Gunna, listen, I'm putting it together. I'm gonna give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some time though, Gunna, for you to go ahead on and confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah, guess who got it? 2 hours? Boy, you was in there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let him record him. You know what I'm talking about.
However, the one alleged Instagram live from Young Thug makes many people believe he took it a little too far. This ends up breaking his probation agreement when he said this about Gunna.
Stink, I miss you.
I miss you too. What you doing?
Nothing, bored. You don't like him?
No, that's in my motherfucking room.
Cause you was being mean. He felt your energy.
Man, I don't even play. I fly all the way to LA. Is that?
You ain't gonna touch him.
As that is an alleged Instagram live that Young Thug had 1 week after being released from jail. But suddenly, moments after the Instagram live, news outlets would begin reporting concerning news coming out involving rapper Gunna being followed and approached by local gang members in Atlanta, with many connecting it to Young Thug for possibly getting revenge for snitching against him. But again, Young Thug is dissing Gunna and playing it real close to that line of his probation. As with Thug out of jail, he was finally able to react to the clip of Gunna snitching in court.
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped the vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrant and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
As Academics would get told through sources that right after Gunna snitched out of the YSL trial and returned home, Young Thug was making several calls to rappers in the industry telling them to avoid Gunna, unfollow and cut any business ties that they had.
The streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to. Or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby. There's a few other rappers that just won't call their names, just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start not fucking with Gunna, speaking out, they're chilling away. Thug got out, Gunna kinda hot. Ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunna, but
with this going viral online, Thug knew that he had to respond, leading into him hopping on Instagram Live for a very short period of time, laughing and joking.
I'm on live. I just jumped on here to let you ladies know that yes, a goat can go live. Whoa! What's up? Who up right now? What's up? Who up right now?
But this is where the situation got very crazy, as only 20 minutes after that, a report would be released sharing a video clip of Young Thug in the studio, flexing his jewelry, looking really happy to be home.
P, that's some pounds, P. I'm gonna show me away, P. You go pound, go pound, go bag. Crazy ass bag. I'll take. Go ahead.
But the entire Young Thug vs. Gunna beef is extremely confusing, especially when Lil Baby was defending Young Thug and called out Gunna for over a year, leading into Young Thug's own father calling out Lil Baby, telling him to be quiet.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing at Gunna for his plea deal?
He need to shut the fuck up, cause he don't know what's going on. You know, he's going off of what he heard. When have y'all went to a court date to support slime? to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name it.
As according to Young Thug's father, Gunna isn't even the main reason that Thug is in the situation that he's in, and he should mind his own business.
Attorney, clarify that a little simpler. Gunna hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case. Period.
Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna?
I love Gunna.
See, that's the thing. People don't understand the relation that Gunna is a rat and he's done this and done that.
But see, let me.
But the story gets a lot crazier from here. This is when a leaked phone call from jail with Young Thug and Lil Durk would be released, where Young Thug was asking Lil Durk to diss Gunna for him. As originally Lil Durk released a snippet of a new song on Twitter where he would rap the lyrics, "What happened to Virgil, he's probably gonna tell," which is a sneak diss towards Gunna remixing his own track, "What Happened to Virgil," that he made with Gunna. However, somebody would tell Young Thug over a jail call that Lil Durk made this snippet, where Young Thug would end up calling Lil Durk and asking for the verse.
Hey Durk, I know I want you on. I'm dropping this this surprise album on the same day Buddy dropped his album. Coming up soon. I need a verse from you. If you feel like replying, if you feel like you want to reply to it, saying or something, man, don't do it. Drop it on my album. I'm dropping a surprise album on the same day that drop. Send your verse in, bro. I want you and Wham on the same song. Send your verse in.
With everything being leaked online, as well as all the beef with Gunna and his brother, Young Thug's lawyers advised him to stay off Instagram lives or releasing music. But DJ Academics would end up sharing one more specific detail when he was released from jail. As it was announced, Academics says that Drake flew to see Young Thug just 2 hours after his release from jail and gave him $1 million.
They say 2 hours afterwards, Drake flew to Thug and allegedly gave him $1 million. Drake didn't tell me. Drake gonna hit me up and be like, which, by the way, super strategic move. Super strategic. Thug was in jail talking about let's squash all this beef. If I'm Drake, I need Atlanta.